left, and then Vin might be coming. I'm really trying to make him come. And he's like, no, I'm not going to make it in time. I'm like, fuck you, come over. Fat bitch. You need to make the walk. I'm kidding, I love Vin. He and I should walk more. Everyone keep it up your next comic. Keep it going for Mike Mintz, everybody! All right, thank you, PJ. Thank you, all the other comics. All right, so New fucking Jersey. What is up, New Jersey? Where are we, Garwood?
Yeah.
I fucking grew up here. I flew here on Monday. Okay? I don't remember you guys. I spent a long time in this. I don't remember this town. You gotta orient me, right? Yeah. So I grew up in South Brunswick. It's kind of like not as cool as any other towns around it, but that's where I grew up. Where are we in relation to that, between that and New York City? Is it like triangular? Where the fuck are we?
Triangular. It's like 45 minutes south.
Alright. We're south or something? Fucking, I'll get home. Waze will take me home. I went to a closed open mic where somebody invited me to it this morning and didn't tell me it closed. I don't know. It was something like, it was a pizza shop. Yeah, it was alright. It's like 6 kilometers. That's like different for you people. It's 3 miles. See, I live overseas now. And let me tell you, we don't have this fucking problem with our air in Israel. We get rockets, but that shit's nothing. This is like the Last of Us apocalyptical shit. You guys are in trouble. There's too many abortions and too much masturbation, which if you think about it, doesn't make sense. But you know, I don't blame you guys. What I blame is the culture. The culture's the problem, right? I heard this guy, we were talking about Star Wars. First of all, I was a Star Wars nut until they killed it. I think Disney, when they sucked its soul out, for better or worse. It's like kind of like having kids. It's a crapshoot. Some will be okay. Some will be the ones you don't talk about. No, I'm kidding. I don't have that, thank God. I mean, they're all under the age of 15. But I'm hoping we're doing a decent job parenting. I think we are. I'm pretty proud. I like my kids. I mean, I don't want to be around them all the time, but I do like them. Point being, when I was a kid, I grew up in a home with very few boundaries. My parents were 60s baby boomers, but they were like not the cool kind of 60s baby boomers. They were kind of like I don't want to say lame, but you know those kids. They got some good CDs when you were in their car in high school, but really you just wanted to ride to school, right? You get what I'm saying? So that was my parents. But they had so I saw Revenge of the Nerds. This guy talked about Revenge of the Nerds. He said it, Revenge of the Nerds. You guys know that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Do you know this movie?
Nope.
Don't watch it.
What?
Don't. I've been trying to figure out how to do this bit for like a year, okay? I've only been doing comedy a year like this, so this is like exciting that he brought it up so I can do it. Revenge of the Nerds, if you don't know the plot, is about Louis Skolnick and the other guy who was in ER. Alright, and on Top Gun, I forget that guy's name in the movie, not important. These two nerdy dudes basically go to a college and they got high hopes, but like we know they're fucked. Like we know these guys, like all they want to do is get laid, which being a child of the 80s is a message that I had to ungarble for the last like 30 years. Like that was their goal. We're gonna get laid. It's like, guys, slow your roll. Wait till you do the startup. And then it really will be so easy, right? But they don't do it. What they do is they basically get like kicked out of their dorms by the fraternity that burned down their fucking frat house doing some crazy fireball shit that I used to see guys do with lighters and farts back in like the day. I met one guy who can do it, ironically became a fireman because of that apartment building he sent up in flames. No, that last part didn't happen, but he's the only person I ever saw who could fart and light it on fire. It's fucking impressive. Anywho, the nerds can only find a place to live if they join the all-black fraternity, Lambda, Lambda, Lambda. Yeah, it's awkward, right? Even back then when no one cared like that there was some kind of maybe, whatever. Point being, they have to win the Greek games in order to get their home back. So what happens? The big dick in the movie is dating the hot cheerleader who the head nerd wants to bang, right? Basically, they're at a carnival and the head nerd is wearing a very similar Darth Vader knockoff looking costume as the asshole boyfriend. Asshole boyfriend, hot cheerleader making out, nerd sees it after he got rejected for like the 30th time. Sees that the guy leaves his mask before the girl goes in the fun house, and he's like, she's like, meet me in the fun house. Nerd grabs the mask and follows in like a creepy dude. Winds up banging the cheerleader and getting the girl. He's the hero. So I learned that if you trick rape the hot cheerleader, you're gonna totally be like in love. I'm sorry, this movie is horrible. Do you know how much therapy it has taken to undo the damage from Revenge of the Nerds? I want to talk about one more thing. How much time do I have? Because this was also new.
Oh yeah, no, you got 8 minutes, so you're at 5 minutes, 15
Cool,
seconds.
let's do it. All right.
You got 3 minutes. Go nuts.
I could fill whatever. I got a lot of shit I want to play with.
4 if you feel like it.
Right now I'm going to ruin green eggs and ham. Do you guys know green eggs and ham?
Yeah.
Do you like green eggs and ham?
Fuck yeah.
Right? Big dude's out. He's like, I gotta piss. Alright, so green eggs and ham. I fucking hated this book as a kid. But not for the reasons I hate it now. I hated it as a kid because I thought it was redundant. It was so repetitive. It's like Dr. Seuss Doctor. It's just like, dude, the guy doesn't want your moldy fucking eggs and ham. Leave him alone. He said no. Like page 4, done. Dude, if that book was written in 2023, it would be a magnet on the fridge. He said no. That's like what it should be. I want that magnet. Green eggs and he said no. Canceled. But he doesn't do that. He like commits 87 felonies in the process of convincing this bear guy, whose name we never get because it's not important, because he was asking for it. He knew my name. He called me Sam, I am. Said he didn't like it, but I've seen Revenge of the Nerds. So, I do think, though, I know who that guy is. But I'm not going to tell you yet, because I just want to go over a few of the horrific things Sam I Am does to basically manipulate currently unknown bear person's name into eating the green eggs and ham. First of all, he puts him in a fucking tree. Like a lynching. It's like, would you like him in a tree? He's like, yo, I'm scared of fucking heights. Sam's like, get on the tree, boy. But he rhymes it so we don't notice, but that's the subtext. He puts him on a train, on a plane, and he doesn't even put him in the fucking train. He's on top of the train. My favorite is when he puts him in a box with a dangerous animal. And this, my friends, was the first clue that I was onto something horrible about soon-to-be-known bear person's name. This fucking bear person is in a lot of Dr. Seuss books. Go look him up. He's in Hop on Pop. I think he's the pop getting hopped on, maybe. That or they're related, or maybe I'm racist and can't tell Seuss characters apart. But for sure, it's Mr. fucking Knox from Fox and Socks. Knox in box, right? Socks on Fox. Do you guys know that book? Now that's a book I approve of because it is obviously abusive. Like even my 2-year-old is like, that fox is not nice. No, he's a fucking asshole. Stay away from people like that. They're generally bullies. But in the end, Mr. Knox gets his revenge. He puts the fox in a Tweedledee bottle thing. I'm not going to do it because I'm not like going to, John Lithgow. Google. Watch that guy do it. It's fucking brilliant. But the point is, I think that Mr. Knox is the guy that Sam I Am is trick raping into eating the green eggs and ham. And eventually the guy is like drowning with a fish and a plate of moldy eggs and a fork full of ham. And you just see him experience a full-blown Stockholm Syndrome breakdown where he's just drunkly like, yeah, all right. It can't be as bad as the air in New Jersey tonight. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome.
Give me go for Mike Mintz, everybody! Dude, I have never gotten so much